6 murders that took place in one night. These are two separate murder sprees. Let's break this down for all our viewers. Telangana's shocking case of revenge. A chilling crime that has shaken Rangareddy in Telangana, where a 28-year-old man is accused of killing 6 people just days after he got anticipatory bail. He was granted it, including the 16-year-old girl who had accused him of stalking before murdering his own wife and 2 very young children, his own sons, after getting that bail in a POCSO case. That's the accused's picture on your screens, as we can see. The entire area has been cordoned off. Bodies have been sent for post-mortem. But the accused, he's been identified as Rajkumar. He's currently absconding, and Telangana Police have launched a massive manhunt to trace him down. Now, according to the police, the case dates back to May, when a minor girl and her mother filed a complaint against Rajkumar, accusing him of stalking and sexually harassing the teenager. A case was registered against him under the POCSO Act, and after the case was filed, Rajkumar went into hiding. He was on the run. In June, he obtained anticipatory bail, a lot of questions on that bail, from a local court, and was released on a personal bond of 20,000 rupees because the maximum offence and the punishment was less than 7 years. The horrific sequence of events unfolded on Friday night. Just yesterday at around 10:45 p.m., Rajkumar drove from his native village to Shahabad town in Telangana's Rangareddy district and reached the home of the teenage complainant, 16-year-old girl. When the girl's 42-year-old mother opened the door, he allegedly attacked her with a knife, killed her right there on the spot in cold blood. He then entered the house and allegedly murdered the girl's 60-year-old grandmother, who was asleep. Police said Rajkumar then forcibly took the 16-year-old girl in his car, drove to a lake near his village, where he allegedly stabbed the teenager to death and abandoned and dumped the body right there at the lake bund. The girl's mentally challenged sister, disabled sister, was the only family member that was left unharmed. The accused then returned to his own house. This is about 11:20 p.m. the same night. He entered the house and within just 6 minutes allegedly slit the throats of his 31-year-old wife. They had married, it was a love marriage in 2018, and also killed his own 2 sons, aged 4 years and 18 months, whilst they were asleep. After carrying out the murders, Rajkumar allegedly called his father, who lives in Shahabad, confessed to the killings over the phone and fled in his car. Police later recovered all the 6 bodies. They've been sent for post-mortem. Future City Commissioner Tarun Joshi said that the accused remains on the run and an intensive search operation is underway. Police are yet to establish the exact motive behind the murders, but both the complainant's family and the accused's own family have been murdered. To speak more on this, I'm joined by Advocate Yash Giri, who's a Supreme Court lawyer with an expertise on criminal law. Advocate Giri, I mean, it's certainly shocking, this entire heinous crime case that has now come to light. But what's the first aspect that, the viewer should understand? Is it the POCSO case? How did this man get anticipatory bail? I mean, the behavioral issues that are clearly on display. He kills the complainant's family. He then goes on and kills his own family. What's your assessment and reading of this, right at the outset?
See, first of all, Kabir, thanks for having me. I haven't seen the bail order or the FIR in the present matter. But as far as I can see on the news or read on the news, he's been accused of Section 11, Clause 4 of the POCSO Act, which is maximum punishment in that section is 3 years, and if repeated, goes up to 5 years, right? So, of course, he was not entitled to regular bail or an anticipatory bail, which is shocking to me too, because the Supreme Court, in various judgments has, noted that anticipatory bail especially cannot be granted in a regular fashion. Now, having said that, the courts, although I haven't seen the FIR, as I mentioned, the courts should look at various points while granting bail, especially in a case wherein a minor or a woman is the victim, right? So first is the gravity of offense, second is tampering of witness, etc. Third is whether or not he is likely to commit such murders or an act of a similar nature in the future. Now, the way out in the present matter, as you told the facts to your audience, is a clinical psychological assessment like we do, like there's a setup in the European countries, right? Wherein an accused who's accused in a matter wherein children are involved or women are involved, his psychological analysis is supposed to be done before he even applies for bail or even applies for trial. Uh, in our country, unfortunately, that mechanism is not there. A person who's accused of, let's say, raping a minor or assaulting or sexually harassing a minor is treated as someone who's treated on the same footing as if someone who's done money laundering or is
Gone
accused of
wrong here then,
forgery
advocate?
or
I mean, what might have gone awry? I mean, it's so, there's a lump in my throat if I were to
yeah.
accept the fact that the man got anticipatory bail. He was already on the run, and then at a local court, he got an anticipatory bail. What might have prevailed in that courtroom? Yeah,
See,
yeah.
the courts cannot provide cops or police protection to every victim, right? I mean, that's not possible in a country like India. What they can do, on the other hand, is they can uh, clinically or psychologically assess the accused who's been accused, of such crime. In my opinion, that'll actually help the court or the prosecution to evaluate whether or not this person is mentally fit. Because in the case in hand, also, if you can see, this gentleman has killed his own family members. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
something which naturally tells us that this person was dealing with some mental trauma or he's not fit to be released back in the society.
And finally, before we let you go, advocate, you see,
Please.
in terms of the questions and concerns that need to be looked at, there are many
Yeah.
people on social media that are now questioning what the Telangana police was essentially doing. I absolutely understand that with a large multitude like we have here, with the large
Yeah.
demography that we have here in our country, it's actually impractical to give everybody that same kind of security. But
True.
what are some questions that come to your mind from the legal ambit as well? Did the court let this man off too easily? Did the cops were they a little slow on their feet? Are there some questions that come to your mind as well?
See, in my opinion, anticipatory bail is granted. It's a tough spot when it comes to the courts, especially matters involving sexual harassment, and that too over on a minor, right? I haven't seen the FIR. I haven't seen the evidence which so far has been collected by the prosecution. But see, this could be prevented, in my opinion, or can be prevented if a certain amount of policy is been implemented in order to assess the psychological condition of the accused. That is it. That is it. On
All
the
right.
merits of the matter, I cannot comment as of now.
I understand, advocate. Many thanks for taking the time and speaking to us here on News9, helping us put this entire POCSO case in perspective and actually what are some of those loopholes or some of those gaping gaps that can now be looked at and must be looked at. I mean, POCSO is a stringent act, but there's always room for improvement, isn't it? Many thanks, Advocate Yash Giri, Supreme Court lawyer with us on the broadcast.